And here we are at the highly anticipated balloon event. It rained quite heavily last night, but now it is pretty much, it is as close to perfect as you could ever hope for. There is quite a breeze, so we should be able to go somewhere. And this would be our chariot, steed, vehicle, whatever. It is just an incredible morning. Now, safety belts. I'm not sure what we're going to be attaching to. And by the way, just to note that it's still reasonably, it's not as bright as the camera would lead you to believe. This is clearly an important event because our pilot actually has a tie.
I'm good, and you?
Okay.
That's right.
And this is now supposed to be the safety briefing, and I'll get out of everybody's way.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Excellent.
Right. Hakuna matata.
No problem.
So it rained heavily last night, and this morning it is just perfect. Just perfect. Really looking forward to this.
Understand my English?
Yes.
Very good.
How about Swahili?
Not so much.
We'll pass.
Right. So, my name is Jones. I'm going to be a pilot this morning. And this is a balloon we call a Simba, which is Swahili name for lion.
Yeah, because it's lying on the ground.
She carries 12 passengers, but they only 6, so I'll get 2 more crew to give me some weight. I need some weight. Right? Make sure before you get going, your safety belt is fastened in your waist. The triangle is in front of you, like mine. So, my signal of calling you will be by waving my arms. So when you see me waving my arms, you start coming in. But before you make a step, please make sure you don't have anything loose around your neck, cameras, bino, scarf. Tuck them safe inside your jacket or jumper and zip it up. If you don't want to do that, take them off, put in your camera bag or in your backpack, and then you carry your backpack in your hands. You come with it. This fence will be making lots of noise, and they'll be placed right here, and someone will be holding right here. Make sure you clear the back of him. Then you place your backpack first on top of the sitting cushion. Every compartment has a sitting cushion. So you place your backpack first like this. And you'll be getting in while the basket is still in this position, because sometimes you experience ground windy, so the balloon may start to move around, and I think it's difficult to call one by one to jump in the basket while the whole basket is moving around. Right? That's how we pilot it. So after you have placed your backpack there, then you grab these rope handles or this pole, whichever you think it's easy for you to get in, and then you hop in like so. Slide in. Make sure your backpack is between your feet, and then you grab this piece of safety belt, which is having a carabiner. Open it up, and you attach to the metal triangle. Understood?
Yes.
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 Very good.
Jawohl.
And you must remember to unclip
Make
it before
sure
you get out, yeah?
The ones who will be assigned on the top compartment to get in fast, avoiding use your neighbor's face to get you in a compartment. Right? Once you're in there, I'll be in the middle, I'll check everything. If you're all okay and ready to go, I'll start hot inflation. Hot inflation will be by using these banners. I'll start heating up cold air, and then the balloon starts coming up. Once the balloon stands up, you'll be sitting down like this, facing this direction, holding rope handles. The good news is this will be your same landing position. Okay? Once we are airborne, I'll ask everyone to stand up, look around, take pictures. But please, you move within your compartment. Don't try to switch compartment or jump out of the basket. Always stay in the basket, right?
Good idea.
Flight duration. Well, let's try to give you an hour flight. Sometimes can be a little bit longer than an hour, or sometimes it can be a little bit shorter than an hour. Depends on the wind speed and wind direction. We are flying 100% of wind speed and wind direction. And also, wherever we are flying area, which you know it's safe and easy for a crew to come and get us. So we'll be landing within a safe area. We don't guarantee animals. We don't guarantee what we are going to see out there. So whatever you see, please, you share it with everyone. Don't keep it for yourself. Okay? Once you have selected a landing spot, I'll point it out for you. Then I may ask you to get prepared for landing. If I ask you to get prepared for landing, what you do like how you started. Secure everything. Your backpack then goes on the floor of the basket. And when I'm ready to land, I'll ask you to take your landing positions. If I ask you to take your landing positions, what you do, turn around, facing direction you're traveling from, sit down, and hold up handles. Then I'll bring the balloon very low to touch the ground. It may give a couple of bounce before it stops, or sometimes may drag for a few yards before it stops. Once we have stopped, we may end up tipping over like this if the wind picks up, but if it's calm like right now, then we may end up upright. But please, do not exit the basket unless I tell you it's safe for you to get out. If you lose one of you, it lose some weight, then it may start dragging again or take off again. So always stay in the basket unless I tell you it's safe for you to get out.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
Understood?
Understood.
Do you all now know your launching positions and landing positions?
Yes.
Yes.
Any question?
No.
Okay. No smoking. It's a non-smoking flight.
Cool.
So please check with me before you light up your cigarette.
Not in the toilets either.
All right.
Yes, where is the toilet? I didn't see that.
No, I'll show you once we are about taking off.
No. Okay. It's big. Hello. How you doing? I'm just hanging around here.
Det är fortfarande de violet blowing in.
Ja, det är överraskande. Då är det lugnt. Upside down people. have a lift off. Well, not quite. Now at least we're vertical.
Yeah.
I got shit falling on my head. I mean stuff.
Oh, that's...
Ag, ek dink nie dis nodig nie. Ek dink ons gaan in-flight turbulence hê veel. Is jy okay? Ja. Hallo.
Channel number mo, jadi ko channel 1. Ceweknya kama kawaida sabunnya si fupi pale.
Now Esme, can you pull the thing next to the other thing? No, not that thing. Nakado. Naolala.
You can stand up, guys.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
See you tomorrow, he says.
Okay,
Welcome on board.
thank you very much. Wow. Yeah.
There's someone more there.
Oh, zo.
Toppie.
No, it's better. The problem was if you make the belt too tight, I got caught when I stood up. Oh, the sun.
The sun, indeed.
Oh, sunrise. Beautiful sunrise.
Yes.
En de Piet, mijn vrouw.
Nee, jij niet al.
Mini rhino.
What's
Of
that
not
talking?
Rhino?
rhino.
Ons ry nou 'n bietjie in die ballon.
Ongelokking vooflik.
Sangine nani? Roma zingetangaza sana. Zingetangaza. Sabile ni yake.
Wat 'n sensasie.
Jy weet Johan, jy het gepraat. Jy het gepraat vroeër vanoggend van meeting expectations.
Ja,
This is it. This is it.
this is as good as it gets.
Yes.
Toppie.
Toppie. And the senior of the bunch is a ou top.
I guess you are all warm enough now. That's why we call it hot air balloon.
Fantastic. Couldn't be better.
Waar is die toppie nou onder hom?
Yeah, we're on top of it.
Hi, do we go?
Depends on the day. If the balloon takes us where I want to be, then I don't have to go higher. We have to fly to top height for viewing planes. Yeah.
Ek gaan 'n video neem dink jy gaan.
Nogal.
There's a Grumeti River on the tree line. Yeah, that's one of the biggest river in Serengeti. This Grumeti River and Mara River in the northern Serengeti. They're the biggest river. They have the biggest crocodiles in the world, Nile crocodiles.
We saw them yesterday.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Ja.
There we go.
So these rivers are the obstacles to migration. Migration must cross these two rivers, and where the crocodiles feeds on them.
But if I look how green it is at the moment, there won't be a migration from here.
No. If everything goes right as it used to be, we're expecting migration to be here after 2 months. Yes. In June, they'll start migrating to central Serengeti, and they stay there for at least 4 weeks before they come this way, and some will start going to northern Serengeti.
Kyk maar net presies hoe dit is net so taf het af nou en dan is dit sauna.
Maar selfs die olifanten. Dit is iets anders.
What about? Very brave bird.
Above. Don't always you can take a photograph from above.
Yeah.
From the bottom.
They're overtaking us, guys. They're beating us.
The wind is very cooperative today.
And six.
We are
Excellent.
just doing 6 knots.
6 knots.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can help.
That would be miracles.
Oh,
This is Grumeti River now. Flooding.
Yeah.
Couple of weeks ago, I cancelled the flight because it was really flooding. And when it floods, we can't cross to the other side of the river.
oh yeah.
Yeah. So if we go there,
It's a
then
one-way trip.
one way trip, it will take a decade to come back on this side.
You just have to wait for the wind to turn.
Het verandert elke seconde soos die
En kyk bo in hierdie boom. Hoe daar vlieg hy. Dis 'n ooievaar. Daar gaan hy.
Dis waar ons gister die krokodil gesien het. Yesterday when we came to look at it, I believe it was here.
Ja.
Nee, het is nie, dis is nie die drift nie. But you get my drift.
Hapa maji kidogo
jy 'n nuwe betekenis aan stil fotografie, ja.
Ja.
'n Paar foto's van die stiller wees.
Dis ander.
Ja. Oh man, this is magnificent.
Brilliant. And look how wonderful we go all along the river.
Ja,
Yeah.
Must be the cold air.
well charted,
Yeah.
well navigated.
Kyk die beaten
Ek kan
paths.
nou die spore.
Ja, daar's sulke well-defined paadjies wat hulle obviously gewoonweg
Frequent.
Twee in elke maandjie is.
Ja. Ja, nee, dit is
As jy nie jacket het, is nie twee verskillende maandjies nie.
ja, ek dink ons het die jackpot op soveel maniere gestruik hierso in terme van die toestande en
Dit is 'n jackpot van jackpots gestaan.
ja, nee, wragtig.
Die hele trip nie.
Ja,
Dit is net man.
ja. Elke dag is dit.
20. Nilimwambia Elia kama kawaida.
Daar is hy tentjies.
O, die padkamp.
Gas in die tente, ja.
Ah, Elia di kopi.
I just want to see rhinoceros.
I know.
I only saw the rhinoceros in the distance.
Do you do requests?
Rhinos, maybe if you get to Ngorongoro, it will be easy to spot them. The Serengeti is not very easy.
And lions, can you see?
Die luiperd van bo uit die boom uit toe sien.
Oh man. Oh man.
Very, very. Kyk eens hoe nou.
Dink jy doen backstroke? Oh.
Dit was de woudje, nou. Die is weer af.
Papagaaie. Of
Papagayo.
Selfbeskerming my
Toe.
video opsit.
Ja, sorry. Hello, Spencer. Jy weet, dit is baie raar dat jy vir dekades uitsien na iets en dat die werklikheid
You
beter
look
is
different now.
as wat jy
Ja.
as wat jy dit
Absolutely fantastic.
Ek wat agter is.
Oh, this could be interesting. Yes, tree approach. Tree alert, John. Tree alert.
I see it.
I think we're 3 meters too low.
What's that? Oh, there's more hippo there.
Oh, wow. White and black colobus monkeys here.
Where?
The smallest tree to the left of the bigger tree.
Oh, yes. Oh, man.
You see them?
Yes.
But what have I called?
Colobus monkeys.
Whoa.
Black and white. I was so hoping to see them. The green one.
Domestic problem.
Domestic unbliss.
Daar is ons brug.
Ik denk dat is bokjes.
Hierso is ons chase vehicle wat sopas 'n overtaking vehicle geword het. Maar ja, Johan, that is a trailer in more ways than one.
1 o'clock. And the trees. Oh, there. 1 o'clock. After the.
Oops, sorry. We just ran over a zebra.
That's right.
Yeah, the zebras and buffaloes to the left.
The buffalo.
11 o'clock kilometer.
Oh, yes, way.
Daar hardloop hulle.
That's a klompie buffels daar, hoor.
That it. But Badine, as you said, it is so wet.
The only one.
it a hippo, Johan?
No, it's a buffalo.
In the mud
in
pool?
The mud pool.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, it's a hippo.
Yeah.
It's a hippo.
Yeah, it's a hippo.
They're in
There's buffalo. Oh, just as I started looking at it, the straight line fell apart. And they're back in the line again.
Buffels het hy gesê.
O, is dit allemaal buffels daar?
Ek weet
Groot groep.
Ja, ek kan nie sien.
Of meestal?
Maar ek dink hy het gesê is buffels.
Okay.
Oh, sê jy die buffels wat ek net nou van 'n ander angle afgeneem het.
Ostrich,
Die
11
sleepa
o'clock
waarop
till
die
10.
Ga hoe
mandjie gaan.
Guys, let's see. I think.
fiskale verding daarbo. Johan, dis I heard something in the water. Draai. Hierso is hippo just to the just below us here.
Oh, but that's a huge one going into the water. Like green in
Lei onder ons.
Everywhere. Weet je nou wat zo die plek?
Die bome met die skaduwee soos mense oor dit vlieg gee nou heeltemal 'n ander dimensie.
Ja. Goodbye Grometi. Hier kom hy weer.
Ja. ons pretty much gaan die hele tyd deur waar hy gaan.
Amazing is, wat sal enige selfrespekterende serie in Namibië maak?
And rhino. Sorry.
Veel hippos.
People in the water.
Fire in the sky.
So well, this
Oops, that got him going. Johanna, those
there are some animals there, but I don't know what was it.
Somewhere.
Straight ahead.
blue-headed blaureier in die boom.
Kruieren.
Daar waar daai yellow bulls nou net
Yeah, so I don't know where they're hiding.
They are hiding all the time.
Nou sien nou werklik hoe baie wild daar is. Alhoewel hulle so uitgesprei is, né?
These are baboons. No. Baboon.
You open some traps to
Yeah. Okay, sit down, please.
for a landing now.
Yeah, okay, Liam taking runway.
Short finals. Shorter than a 3-mile final.
Kom nou in vir die landing.
Beter vast zo. Hou je vast, Engel? Hou je aan die hendels vast.
Okay, hold your rope handles, please.
Jullie staan ik goed gedaan. Ons is het makkelijker dan jullie gaan. Oh, dit was lekker.
That doesn't even begin to describe
Your
it.
safety belt in the basket, please.
Huh?
You take off your safety belt and leave in the basket.
Okay.
We'll collect them from there.
Okay.
Funny man.
Then, yeah, the wind, I went tough and then the wind picks up.
Yeah, but I said the mothers, the truck. That
Oh,
they
I
got
called.
here but they got here so quickly.
Yeah, I told them to lead the way when we were.
And here's our support team.
I said, you it's already
And this is where we recorded a most excellent landing. A little bit muddy, no, moerse muddy, natterige gras, but amazing. It's a bietjie belly makke. It's interesting, I didn't feel any of these bumps while we were flying.
Ja, surprise, surprise.
And now we stop for refreshments. Your table awaits you.
Stopping traffic, stopping traffic.
And here comes the maitre d'. There's a wife and family. Thank you very much.
Okay, we have champagne here. I guess you know why champagne and ballooning. Wherever you go, if you have a balloon flight, you end up with champagne celebration. I guess you all know that. Most of the balloon pilots are very alcoholic except me.
Present company always excluded.
Yeah, apart from that, this dates back to 1780s when the first balloon was invented in Paris, France.
Montgolfier, yeah.
That's why in French they still call the balloon Montgolfier. So this came from the inventors, Montgolfier brothers. Two sons of a paper mill owner. They were sitting outside their father's factory. They dreaming one day they could fly. And they looked at the chimney. They saw burnt paper floating on the sky by the smoke. So there the idea started. And they thought if they could capture the smoke, it could make them rise up or fly. They thought of how to capture smoke. Then they ended up building a sort of a sack, put it upside down, and put everything which could produce smoke, let it flew, and it did work. Then they said, okay, let's try two things. If we can fly animals and we check out at high altitude, or at which altitude a human being could survive or die. So they built another sack, which could take 3 animals, a rooster, a duck, and a sheep. They had to check out if there was enough oxygen there for them to survive. They let them fly. They flew for about 5 minutes. Then they did in the countryside, in the farmer's field, setting out, farmer's field on fire. And when they were retrieving their balloon, they found those animals were dead. So they said, okay, we can't go up because we can't breathe off the earth. So they said, okay, let's stop this project. But the next evening, when they were cruising around Paris, they found farmers celebrating. they killed demons came out of the sky. So they say, okay, those animals survive. It's only these farmers killed them. So we carry on with our project. And then they went to the King of France, narrated their story, and the king commissioned them, and he asked them the event should take place at his backyard, at his palace. So Montgolfier brothers went and built a big balloon which could take 2 people, and they set it, the king set a date which was November 21st, 1783. So Montgolfier brothers brought the big balloon to the king's backyard, handed it to the king, and the king asked them to jump in. They said no. We promised our father we'll build the balloon, but we're not going to fly. So just find someone else. So who could fly the balloon? Nobody came out. Then one of the girls asked the king if they could take 2 prisoners from the prison. And
2 volunteers.
yeah. If they die, nobody cares. They're criminals. If they survive, they let them free.
Heroes.
Yeah. So when the guards were going to the prison, the queen whispered to the king's ear and said, "This is not a good idea. We can't make criminals to be national heroes if no war heroes. So think of another idea." The king agreed on that. And then he announced a very big prize to whoever could volunteer to fly the balloon. One nobleman came out. His name was Pilatro de Rosier. In French they call him Pilot. Hence the name pilot in aviation today. Pilatro de Rosier, Pilot. Yeah. So Pilatro de Rosier didn't want to go by himself. He had to get someone else.
Co-pilot.
Yeah, so he got a co-pilot. So the co-pilot, his name was Marquis de Land. He was kicking and screaming. He didn't want to go by with his friend, but they took a flight. They went for about 15 minutes and landed in the farmers' field again. The farmers turned against them. They thought, okay, these are the real devils. Those ones wasn't. Because they were covered by ash, smokes and everything. They looked like they were rising from the ground. But Pilatro de Rosier by his colleague were keen enough and ran back to the king and tell the king what happened to them. And the king said, no problem. France is the only country which produces champagne. We'll just put a label on it, a big label, showing you are Frenchman and not a devil or demon. So wherever you land, you show them the label and you hand it to them or you celebrate with them. So since then it has been a traditional wherever we land, we celebrate with champagne.
Devil champagne.
This is Cava from Spain, Barcelona, Spain. It's not a champagne. Champagne, we don't have very good supply here in Tanzania. So we drink Cava champagne. That's my story.
Excellent.
Lovely story.
Well told.
Thank you, yes.
Sorry, man. I didn't intend to do that.
You missed him.
Yeah, I missed him.
You're a good pilot, but not such a good shot, eh, John?
Yeah, you missed him completely.
Yeah, but
There's-
excuse balloon flight.
There's no such thing as too much champagne.
No.
It's a fictitious, it's like fairies.
Yeah, they said I've merchandise at our breakfast table. So who is younger than the other?
He's
If-
the younger.
He's the younger. So the biggest will be the last. The oldest one.
First shall be the last.
Yeah. When scripture says so.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm very disappointed that you had to ask that question, of course.
Sorry, it's why we say pole.
Pride and conceit comes in. Thank you.
Okay, toss
To
to the clear sky
Yes.
and drag landing.
Thank you very much.
Cheers!
Cheers, 3 cheers. Thank you very much.
Good flight.
Yeah,
and a
wonderful
pilot.
flight.
Incredible.
Pilato. What did they call him?
Pilato di Rosier.
Pilato.
For breakfast, I missed an opportunity. It's the table in front here is where they washed our hands, and our dining room is here. I mean, what on earth can I say? What on earth can I say? The intrepid photographer has to get the shot. I like it asof hy bolie. November Sierra Sherlock. Dis vir Hannes skoonmaak. En het wragtig, they even set up a veldie. They even set up a bush toilet. So I don't think that it's flushing. Although if they can play tennis on a flushing meadow, I suppose we can have a flushing toilet in the Serengeti. So dining room, and this is the view from the dining room. And the windows are exceptionally clean. You cannot see them.
And large.
By and large, I didn't see any windows. And Badine actually just took a photograph of Esme in the loo.
Yeah, that will be censored.
Okay, that is not going on the blog. It's another tough day in Africa.